Anthony, welcome. We haven't heard too much from you from this fight because obviously you just had a fight. You also the birth of your son. Congratulations. You're still looking in tremendous shape. I'm sure you'll be back in camp, or you're probably already in pre-camp now. But this fight, I remember you saying that you wanted to be involved in massive fights in Liverpool. You wanted to headline this arena. I don't think it gets much bigger than that. You know, you sat down, you said, well, good turnout. You know, I don't think necessarily you know how big this fight is. 9,000 in the arena, this is going to sell out real fast. The opportunity of a lifetime for you on October the 9th.
Yeah, it's a dream come true, mate. I've always wanted to sit here as main event in Liverpool, so it's a dream come true. Obviously, under no illusions, I'm up against it. Liam's a top world-class fighter. He's proven that, but I'm 30 years of age. I can't sit around waiting for all these fights that aren't getting made. So I've got to, like you said, roll the dice, and I'm confident, mate. I'm at my peak. I'm at my best, and I'll be at my best come the 9th.
Seen Liam be quite bullish in this fight, extremely confident going into this. Sometimes, you know, you don't necessarily see that from him or talk too much, and he seems extremely confident as well. And do you see yourself as a big outsider in this fight? I know you are a slight betting outsider in this fight, but you know Liam Smith, you've watched him over the years. You truly believe deep down that you can win this fight and this massive fight for Liverpool.
Of course, mate, I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't think I could win. Obviously, he's going to be confident. He's boxed at a lot higher level, but I've done a lot of good stuff behind closed doors in sparring. I've been sparring world champion since I was a kid, so I know what I'm capable of. I just need to perform it on the night, and I've got to show something I haven't shown before. I understand that, but I've had 16 fights, and most of them have been quite easy. I haven't really been tested. I've obviously lost that fight early on in my career, but I've regrouped, got a new coach. We've had 4 fights, 4 knockouts, and I'm on my way up, mate. I'm coming to my peak.
I know Rico Muller's not Liam Smith, but one thing he did say was that he's never been in with anyone who punches quite as hard as you. Is that important factor for you going in this fight? Liam Smith, a fantastic technician as well. You need to get in there. You need to show him your power.
Yeah, I mean, I'm big and as strong as anyone. At this weight, obviously, I haven't got the experience, but I'm as hard as anyone. I'm big, strong, and I know what I'm capable of, mate. I know I am, and I wouldn't be here. I didn't think I could win.
Also, grown up in this city, obviously, in huge nights in Liverpool, when you ring walk on October the 9th, it's going to be an outstanding atmosphere. It doesn't get much bigger than this. You seem nice and calm at the moment, but come October 9th, everything's going to be on the line.
Mate, you know what, I was just thinking, I see me make there, Callum, and I was looking, thinking, I remember that was me, sitting there watching all the likes of Bellew, Pricey. I was sitting there thinking, I love that to be me one day, and I'm here now, so I'm really grateful, and I want to give it my all, mate.
Thank you, Anthony. Liam, welcome. This fight was talked about for a while between the teams. I know you talked about the Jesse Vargas fight. You feel like you won in Russia. You did win in Russia in everyone's opinion as well. Opportunity for a big fight, and there's nothing like a sold-out Echo Arena. It's going to be a great night on October 9th.
It is, yeah. Obviously, it's a fight that was put to us, one I was looking at, and I think obviously they're probably hoping and banking on that. It's a fight that I weren't looking at, but once the fight was spoke about, once I knew that was the path we were going, you know, I said to my management team, I said to yourself, it's a fight that I'll take, and it's a fight that makes me smile. It's a fight that I'll be bang up for. It's you know, I'm buzzing to be top of the bill again on a card like this. But again, against another Liverpool fighter, one that I can get my teeth into. I'm looking forward to it, and just a little bit like I just feel it's going to be like the Eggington sort of thing, you know, with 10-ounce gloves on, in fight shape with a bit of a crowd. I hate the shout levels. I hate it. You know, he used it himself against Scott Fitzgerald and come unstuck, so I'm not going to use that now. But I just think after the fight, it'll be the same case as the Eggington one. I'll just show him that little bit of step ahead, and you know, you weren't ready for that step up just yet.
I've seen in your interviews that you are unbelievably confident in this fight. Do you see absolutely no way that Anthony Fowler can beat you on October 9th?
I just think he's competitive for 4, and I've seen Shane's come back with what he said, but you know, I think he's a good fighter for 4, and then I think he just reverts back to what he does, and I think once the fight goes past 4 rounds, it only goes one way.
Obviously, with the local element to this fight as well, and everything you've achieved in your career, people talk about almost not being able to walk down the street. Does that live motivation for you as well? I mean, let's be honest, if you lose this fight, you're really going to struggle to deal with that after everything you've achieved in your career.
Course, and obviously you know how bad he is on social media anyway, so imagine me losing to him on social media. I've got to live with photos, I'd have to live with that for the rest of my life, so you know, obviously everything like that got took into consideration, and I just, you know, it's a fight that makes me smile. It's a fight that I can get bang up for, and you know, you'll see. I think he's got a lot to deal with the next 9 weeks, you know, a lot of pressure, a lot of the build-up side to it. Whereas, you know, everything we've said, everything you've just touched on himself, I've been in with a bigger puncher, I've been in with a better fighter, I've been in with, you know what I mean, I've been in local derbies with my brothers. You know, he's got a lot to deal with in the next few weeks, and it'll be interesting to see.
And can we just clarify that if you win on October 9th, you will be goading significantly on social media? I mean, via some CBD as well, but just generally, you know, there's a lot on the line. And I do think when I look at this matchup, I don't see that much pressure on you.
Yeah.
Because, again, if you lose this fight, and I know you'll be devastated, but many people believe you may lose this fight. If he loses this fight, then he's going to really struggle to deal with it in terms of everything he's achieved in his career. Do you see that element as well, or you put that pressure on yourself regardless?
You know what, mate, I'm even lying. I haven't had a chance to think about it, mate. I've just come out of a fight, went home to a baby crying, mate. I've just had a bit of a stressful week. So I'm just having a chance to sit down and think about it all. When I get back to camp with Che, I'm going to completely switch on fight mode, but I wouldn't go with him at all, mate. I've got a lot of respect for the guy. He's been a world champion. His brothers, and they've all done amazing, mate, for the city. I've got nothing but respect for them all. It's just a fight, mate. It's just a job. I used to look at boxing different years ago. Now I look at it as a job, mate. At the end of the day, when I retire, another kid sitting here, it's just a big merry-go-round. It's not me life, boxing's my job. And this fight, it's just business, not impersonal.
Shane, just to ask you, I know that you've been involved in a lot of fights where there is bad blood. I know this is not a fight where there's bad blood just yet anyway. Is it up to you to keep Anthony calm in this camp? I mean, you go back to, you know, the crazy nights of Frampton Quigg and stuff like that. Is it about keeping Anthony focused on the job? It is a massive occasion. Liam's boxed on those big stages before. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of trying to get under people's skin and stuff like that. Is it a case of staying calm and locking yourself down in London for this camp and getting it absolutely spot on?
Definitely, but, you know, it all just goes out the window once that first bell's rang. Do you know what I mean? So fight week's going to be a challenge because it's something new. It's the pressure, you know, being headline and obviously a local derby as well. So that's going to be something new. But he sort of had that with Fitzgerald, and like it's just another experience for him. But I don't believe it's going to hinder his performance. No.
Liam, last one with you as well. People talk about Anthony Fowler's power. I mean, I know that, you know, you haven't gone too deep into that. There have been a lot of people that are saying it. Wary of that power, and ultimately you believe you're going to break him down, and you believe you'll stop him on October 9th?
Yeah, 100% I do. But I'll be wary of his power the same way I'd be wary of anybody's power sitting on this table. You know, he's got 10-ounce gloves on. I'm not deluded. I've been in boxing a long time, and I think one shot can change a fight with any fight in question. But people are getting a little bit mixed up. I'll ask you a question. If Anthony loses, where does he go? He's 30.
No, I think he fights the guys that, you know, we talk about, European title, you know, Conway, Metcalf, these kind of guys. I think that for him, it's an opportunity to jump a whole new level that he's at the moment. Yep. And I think it is a little bit of a shot to nothing. For you, I think you want to go out and you want to fight Jesse Vargas, you know, and those kind of fights. And if you win this fight, no, but that's the pressure for you. And I think that's what's so fascinating about the fight, because you want to be at world level. And if you don't beat Anthony Fowler, I think that will make your mind up of where you want to be. That's the pressure on you. The pressure on Anthony is, yeah, it's a bit of a shot to nothing, but ultimately, you're from Liverpool. Yeah. The time this fight comes around, everyone's talking about it. There's 9,000 people in the arena. This is bragging rights, but this is two guys going on who want to achieve bigger things, and for you, get back to those levels. But
my point being, though, is people forgetting Anthony's 30. He's got it. He's saying, like, well, why did he take this? Or if, you know, why he didn't really have to. He did. As Shane said, days about tied up for the British title. You know, he had to take this fight. He's 30. You know, but I'm on about, like, so if he loses this fight, why should one of these fight him? He stepped up to Fitzgerald and he lost, and he stepped up again and lost. So if I'm in their position, I'm not giving him an opportunity. So that was my point being. He's 30. He's got to take this fight, and you know that's where it lies.
Right. And finally...
Prospect no more.
That's all right. Well, I just want to get your analysis on two other fights, because I know you love your boxing, and I want to ask you as well, Anthony. No picks, but Ted against Troy Williamson, tremendous fight, and Kieran against JJ Metcalf, both coming back into a real tough fight.
Yeah, obviously I think that the British title fight's a great fight. It went to Pace bids, and you know it was a mandatory challenge, so you know you're always going to get a good fight for that British title. And you know, obviously I like both fighters, so you know, may the best man win. Kieran and JJ. I'm happy you give JJ the respect he deserved as well before. Obviously he's not here, but he deserves massive respect for coming back after a tough fight with Ted to go straight into a tough fight with Kieran. And again, I think that's going to be a great fight. And, you know, I like Kieran as a fighter, but obviously I'll be rooting for JJ in that one.
And final one from you as well. 2 great light middleweight fights on the card as well. I know you'll be hitting pads with Shane whilst those are on, but another fantastic card.
Mate, it's boss card, mate. It's amazing to headline this card. Great fights all through. Even Luke Willis against Chandler, great fight. And Troy's game has been Troy done a lot of sparring. A lot of respect for Troy. I hope Troy comes through. Ted's another great fight that he's been there, done it now at British level. So, boss fights, mate. Just a boss card, mate. It's going to be a great night, and I'm buzzing for it, mate. Nothing to lose, everything to gain, and can't wait for it.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Liam, as well. This is a tremendous